Good evening, everybody. I'm happy to be here. I know this is the last presentation. I don't want it to make it very long, and probably I've met most of your colleagues. We have one-on-one discussion, which was very good. So what I'm going to do now, I'll start by a video to introduce Egypt as a hub for investment in Africa. Then I'll say a speech and some work, and then I'll go to a PowerPoint presentation, which is available here. Any of you who would like to have more information, you can get back to it. I'll just run through it very fast so that you can know what is the root line of investing in Egypt. And from this presentation, you get more information and ask my colleagues to make it available for the participants to know how can you enter to invest in Egypt and what is the most suitable plan to establish a corporation in Egypt, which we are considered Egypt is the gateway to Africa. So please can you start with the video?
A key question. The answer lies in a nation that is the gateway to Africa and the world. With a grand vision, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has boldly forged a path to build a new Egypt. The government, under the guiding principle that a vibrant private sector is the key to inclusive and sustainable development, has implemented an ambitious reform program that has repositioned Egypt on the global investment map, backed with the numbers that are reflecting their efforts to fast-track Egypt's competitiveness in the global arena, implementing effective policies that are transforming the investment climate and exponentially turning growth from small steps to giant leaps in our global ratings, by establishing connectivity and promoting deeper regional integration in Africa. Our advanced infrastructure will accelerate the growth of your next investment opportunity, catering to a multitude of industries, from natural resources becoming an energy powerhouse with global recognition to real estate development, light and heavy industry, tourism, technology, commercial and financial enterprise, and more. With all the right mechanisms in place, we've created centers of excellence that are launch codes across the nation so you can hit the ground running. A thriving economy with a large and growing consumer market fueling investment. A transformational program that not only supports new startups, but to also foster and transform the entrepreneurship ecosystem, establishing Egypt as an entrepreneurship hub, unlocking immense potential in the region. We're committed to investing in human capital, giving today's youth the knowledge and know-how to better drive tomorrow's work environment. Empowering women in today's business world will be setting the legacy for generations to come. Egypt is the gateway to investing in Africa, and is ready and open for business. Now it's your time to choose. Where will you be? Invest in Egypt, your gateway to Africa.
Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. So I'll say a few words for our host today. First of all, let me convey my greetings to all of you here today, and my special thanks to Global Media Business Forum for organizing this important event, the third edition of Indian African Business Conclave. Ladies and gentlemen, Egypt and India are exceptional. They have an exceptional relationship that goes back thousands of years ago. The old trade routes played an important role in cementing trade, exchange, and relations between our two peoples. In the modern era, the excellent relations between the two countries and the exchange of state visits between our leaders encourage us all to pave the way to take our cooperation into the next level. Our relationship has been further reinforced by signing by signing off the strategic partnership agreement during His Excellency Prime Minister Modi visit to Cairo in June last year, as well as the formation of an Indian unit within the cabinet of Egyptian ministers. Hence, the role of business communities to take the lead and realize our objectives and exceptions and our expectations in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, here I want to pause to share my thoughts with you today. When GIBF asked me to speak in this occasion, I asked myself, what would the audience expect me to say? Therefore, I decided to make my speech to answer for the audience in three main questions. So, the first question, which I heard from many of my conversations, is, are there current and potential lucrative business opportunities between Egypt and India? That was the first question I heard from many of you today. The second, so if the answer is yes, what are the opportunities and why Egypt? Then the third question, how can Indian small and medium-sized enterprises benefit from these opportunities? So, are there opportunities? Egypt had traditionally been one of India's most important trading partners in African continent. The India-Egypt bilateral trade agreement has been in operation since March 1978 and is based on the most favorable nation clause. Last year, India was the fifth largest trading partner to Egypt. It was the 11th largest importer of Egyptian goods and the fifth largest exporter to Egypt. The bilateral trade reached its peak last year for $7.5 billion, with 3.7 of Indians export to Egypt and 3.5 Egyptian export to India. Both governments have agreed to reach $12 billion trade volume between the two countries in the coming years. India top exports items to Egypt are petroleum oil, around 15.5% of the total exports, meat 13.5%, ferroalloys 5.2%, and rice 2.6% of total exports of India to Egypt. Besides, there are also flat rolled iron products, and there are opportunities in black tea, coffee, rice, sugar, textiles, ferroalloys, and silico manganese. Egypt, on the other hand, Egypt top exports items to India are petroleum oils, constitute about 39%, petroleum gas 19.3% of total export, fertilizers, which is a very strategic commodity, 12.1%, ammonia 6.6%, and phosphoric acid and rock phosphate, cotton and oranges. Let's move into the investment level. Currently, there are 55 Indian companies investing in Egypt with over $3.5 billion. This figure will change hugely in the near future, as the Egyptian government has signed 3 MOUs in green hydrogen with 3 Indian companies. One of them is very famous Indian company producing green hydrogen, and their project will be around $8 billion in the area of Swiss Channel economic zone. On the other hand, Egyptian investment in India stands at around $37 million. It is crystal clear here that the answer to the first question is definitely yes. There are current and potential business opportunities between our two countries. On the second question, what are the opportunities and why Egypt? Outlining many fields of joint business opportunities, whether in trade and investment between our two countries, sectors like new and renewable energy, chemical and petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals, textile, leather, auto and auto components, maritime and building, agriculture and agri-product. You have also logistics, mining and fertilizers, IT sector, including telecommunication sector and all its services. All of these are representing the potential cooperation between Egypt and India. Now, the third question we're all here for. Why Egypt, especially? Among our African friends, we are all fighting here together to get a share of our investment from India. So let me in a very competing in a good manner, let me present my country to you. So the market access. Egypt has a large and growing domestic market of over 110 million people with a rising standard of living. Egypt has a free trade agreement with 110 countries around the world, ensuring access to 2 billion customers in Africa, EU, Arab countries, Mercosur countries, which are in Latin America, USA, and Turkey. Number 2, we have a comparative advantage in utilities and infrastructure and strategic location of Suez Channel. Egypt an international logistic network along with the Suez Channel, which is the most important maritime waterway that connects east to the west all over the world. This maritime route constitutes 12% of international trade passes through the Suez Channel, and over 18,000 ships passes through each year. A promising investment zone with 4 industrial zones, 6 seaports, and 14 industrial developers are working in the Suez Channel area alone. Workforce, Egypt has a huge, competitive, priced workforce availability to meet investors' requirements. High quality infrastructure and linkage state-of-the-art infrastructure services, including low-cost power, water, telecommunication, and transport linkage will be offered to investors. We have one-stop shop services, unified and streamlined procedures and processes designed to minimize delays and cost for investors. Finally, how can we benefit from that? I believe that trust is the main factor in any business relationship. And we are here to facilitate the trust building process and interaction between our businesses and business communities from Egypt and India. In this regard, we have a continuous and mutual cooperation with GIBF, to recognize bilateral business events, exchange delegations between the two countries, and to connect business communities with their counterparts to boost economic ties. Me, as the head of the commercial office in the Embassy of the Arab Republic of Egypt in New Delhi, I will be always available to assist Indian business community in guiding them to relevant sectors in Egypt and provide them with the necessary information related to realize these opportunities. At the end, I would like to send my special gratitude to GIBF for the outstanding effort in hosting and organizing this event, as I'm inviting all of you to come and collaborate with Egypt on a basis of mutual benefit. I'm wishing you a fruitful cooperation. Thank you so much. So one of the questions was, what is the outlook of the investment in Egypt? So Egypt achieved the highest rate of FDI growth over the last 10 years. Egypt is the first largest recipient of FDI in Africa. The main reasons behind such a leap was the large inflow of net FDI in the non-oil sector. So that are the figures of the growth rate of investment. You can see that it's 373.3 growth rate in net FDI in non-sector compared to the other. Yeah, this is number one. The other slide, which I want to present it to you. Okay, so that's the competitiveness. Why is it competitive in attracting FDI? We have a developed infrastructure, we have cost-efficient labor force, and we have strategic location, we have low production costs, we have free access to global market, and a gateway to Africa, global hub for logistics and service and entrepreneurial movement. Let me run. A slide that every businessman would like to see. Those slides explain the competitiveness that I was just explaining. Okay? This is the cost. Everybody is trying to do investment, is trying to know what are the costs that we have. This is the electricity cost in Egypt. Okay? For kilowatt, it's 0.04 US dollar. And I want to see those costs. The water cost, the sewage, the natural gas. All of these are the pricing for investors who would like to establish his investment. This graph shows the Egyptian competitiveness. When we try to know which market is better, we compare it to the markets surrounding us to know what's going on. So we have Egypt, Morocco, and Turkey itself. And this shows the utility cost comparison between Egypt, Morocco, and Turkey. Electricity is the yellow, natural gas, and Egypt is always on the cheapest and second cost for any investment. So that's basically everything. I will leave a copy of this presentation with our colleagues, so in case you would like to go into details, to know what are the markets that when you are in Egypt, you will have the opportunity to explore with the free trade areas, and what are the incentives offered to the investor from India to establish his business in Egypt. Thank you so much for your time.